Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about anxiety in a really real way. We're going to be kickstarting this as a series because I felt that it's not a one single video, and because I also chose not to keep you here for about half an hour, I figured I will make my intro relatively fast. So we're going to be talking about anxiety in a way that we can actually debunk it and make it a bit more tangible so that we can sort of get a handle on it. I really wanted to create this series for you guys because ultimately, if you are brand new here, then this channel is also, it's all about intentional living. But what's more is that this channel is also about giving you the tools so that you can manage your health in a more intentional way, which means that you need to feel empowered. So in today's video, we're going to do just that. So if you wanted to see what can we do if you're constantly feeling highly anxious and you wanted a better way to manage and handle your health and your mental health better, then just stay tuned and let's get started with the video. If you are brand new here, you guys, hey, it's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. This channel is all about intentional living and how we can live more in the moment and how we can manage our health in a more intentional way. So we talk about zero waste, we talk about how we can bullet journal and manage our anxiety a little bit healthier, a little bit better. So if that sounds good to you, you can consider subscribing, and you can also hit the notification bell so that you never miss another video. We usually chat about 3 times a week here, and we kind of dive into a few different topics here. Today, we're going to be talking about anxiety, and more importantly, my own anxiety struggles and what I'm doing about that journey. And for the longest time, I actually had a really good handle on my own anxiety, but new level, new devil, which means that whenever things shift and whenever things change, then that means that I need to up level my own game as well. So what better way to do that than to get a little bit vulnerable, get a little bit honest, and really talk about my own struggles with anxiety and what I'm willing to do today, not tomorrow, not in the next 6 months, not what my outline is for my personal goals, but what I'm willing to do today and what you can also do today to just have a little bit of a better grasp on it. And I didn't want to talk to you about anxiety from a place of pity or to disempower you, because to me that just feels like anything and everything that would be tangible as a tool, I feel like I would be gripping it away from your hands. So to me, empowerment means that you get educated, you get clear, you understand. First, we talk about the mindset of why it's okay to feel anxious. And then after that, we can move forward. I really didn't want to skip this step because I find that too many people, especially on YouTube, spend a lot of time talking about creating this safe space where you feel connected. And I think that that's super important. But the moment that we're creating a safe space so that you can escape, then I'm enabling you. I'm not empowering you. Empowerment means that you acknowledge the things that are happening around you and how you're feeling within that moment and learn from that experience, which also means that you need to learn the coping skills and the coping tools so that you can function in society rather than constantly feel like you need to shove your head in the sand to be able to go through life because you're highly anxious. There's a couple of things that are going on. For me personally, I'm an empath, which if you are a fellow empath, you already know that certain energies affect me more than others. Certain energies can completely deplete my own energy because I'm a giver, because I'm constantly enabling and giving. So that means that I need to be a lot more fierce with my own boundaries. That's a topic for a whole other video, which we will actually discuss within this series of what happens if you are a fellow empath like me. What are the resources that you can use? But for today, I really just wanted to use this just as a moment to acknowledge that anxiety, stress, overwhelm, feeling out of control, feeling like you're going to be attacked verbally and that people are out to get you. I'm not saying it's normal, but I am saying it's very common. And I don't want to jump to your rescue or my own at this very moment to change that circumstance, because sometimes we need to sit in the uncomfortable. We need to sit in that yucky feeling of not really knowing why we're feeling the way that we're feeling, so we can quiet and learn. What is it telling us? I think that from too many different angles, we're so prone and we're so conditioned to not feel uncomfortable because, well, it doesn't feel very nice, but also because signs of struggle and suffering, and mainly struggle, is sort of inhumane and it's unkind. And the thing is that usually when you get to that space of uncomfortableness, whether it's emotional or mental, you can learn so much from that. It can be your greatest source of strength. So for today, I just want you to sit in that feeling just a moment longer and see how long it will take for it to pass. Because if you start looking at your anxiety through a lens of curiosity rather than through a lens of suffering, you're going to be learning a lot. And what I'm personally learning is that it's time to go deeper and it's time to shift. And I'm feeling anxious because I haven't moved. And I haven't moved because I've been sick. So when you're sick, when you're tired, when you get physically ill, it takes a moment for you to get back to your regular routine, but it will also allow you to slow down and to reflect of what's been going great for your life. What are the tools and the habits that you have already built in that are working excellent for you? So use that time. If you have fallen ill, just like me in the past 2 weeks, then maybe you have had that time to reflect and kind of take a look at what's working for you. I have had a lot of time to reflect and see people's behaviors around me, and some of it I enjoyed seeing. I really liked what I saw, but for some people, I really didn't enjoy what I saw. And it allowed me to just take a moment, take that in, and really reflect on what I want to do with that information, if anything, and what direction I see myself going into, and what does my body and my mental health need right now for me to not feel this way. And when you're feeling anxious and tired, especially if you have had that level of awareness around your anxiety for a long time, for you to dip back into that does not mean that you failed. It just means that those demons are still there. You can go back to your toolbox and really pick the right tool that will help you manage that a whole lot better. The one thing that I'm willing to do today, besides see it for what it is and acknowledge it for what it is and sit with that uncomfortableness and see what it's trying to teach me, is actually create a concrete plan, which is what we're going to be doing in the next video, where I will walk you through my own process of what I personally do to walk out of my way of this anxiety pool that is going on in my head at the current moment. This is all I wanted to share with you guys for this video, but stay tuned. I will be linking, once it's created, I will be linking the full playlist for anxiety management, primarily for women, in this video. Once it's ready, you will be able to see that in the show notes, because I want to have that conversation with you if you are struggling just like I have. And the only thing that's different now is that I have better tools to be able to manage that and see how I can kind of work my way through it. I'm not here to sugarcoat it for you, and I'm definitely not here to create an escape plan for you, because I don't think that that's empowering. I think what's empowering is that you get educated, you lean in with curious eyes and without attachment to what it should be like. And I think that we work through it as a community together. If that sounds good to you, then you're going to absolutely love this series. And this is exactly why I wanted to create it, because I wanted to create a space where you have a sense of belonging, where we can work through things together. This is all I want to share with you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you found this helpful and useful. If you did, you can comment below and let me know if you are struggling with anxiety, and what is the one thing that has helped you to manage your own anxiety a little bit better. Comment below and let me know. I would love to hear from you. And in the meanwhile, if you are brand new here, obviously consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. We usually chat about 3 times a week in this channel, and we kind of chat about a few different things, but ultimately we're all about intentional living, how you can live a more mindful, more meaningful life. What are the tools and what are the things that really contribute to your health in the most powerful way. So if that sounds good to you, then I would love to have you in this community, and I will see you guys again next time, and just keep shining and keep staying intentional, you guys. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye.